Okay, we're recording. Yes, all went well. That's the scariest bit. Okay, everyone, hiya, welcome along. I'm so glad that you could join us tonight, and we really appreciate you jumping on. And oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm also admitting people at the same time. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys could join us and hear a little bit more about what we do as coaches, how we work the business, and just learn a little bit more. So I will apologise if I waffle. I'm a little bit of a waffler, that's just me, and I'll try and keep within a decent kind of time. So tonight I'm talking and Juliet is going to be talking as well. We've got a few things to run through, and then we will have optional Q&A at the end if you can manage to stay. So I'm Shona, and despite the spelling of my name, it's not Sinead, it's definitely Shona. I like to put that out there to begin with because it saves an embarrassing moment later on. I am a mum of 3 and I'm also a personal trainer. I've been in the fitness industry for around about 8 years now. I panicked on the run up to my 30s and decided that I needed to be fitter. At that time I was slim, and it was just a personal, like completely a case of wanting to be fitter because I panicked about getting old. And it kind of escalated from there. I started with, funnily enough, one of my first classes was Insanity that I went to. And then I developed a love of MetaFit and other HIIT classes. And it just kind of all escalated from there. I wanted to teach MetaFit, which meant I had to become qualified in fitness. Sorry, I'm admitting people at the same time. And then before I knew it, I was a personal trainer and was working in fitness. So I had 2 children very close together. So I've got 2 children under 4. There's only 16 months between them. And I went from being, when I had my 3rd pregnancy, I went from being very fit and able to work out every day to not being able to work out, not being fit, and getting a little bit lost on the journey. I don't know about any of you guys, but when I can't work out, my eating also goes down the pan. It's like the 2 are hand in hand. So I overate, I under-exercised, and then I had a very botched C-section and just kind of got stuck in this trap of not working out, not eating well, and at 6 months postpartum, 5 months postpartum, still being seriously overweight, about 15 to 20 pounds overweight. So this woman approached me on Instagram. This might sound similar. This woman approached me on Instagram and asked me if I would like to learn more about coaching. She was not the first woman who had approached me on Instagram. I had some American ladies approach me as well, but this was a lady from the UK, and I kind of thought to myself, well, do you know what, at this point in time, I've got absolutely nothing to lose. I'm unhappy, I'm overweight, I'm binge eating, I need to make a change. And the rest is history, as they say. I went into it with the mindset of, well, if nothing else, I'm going to work on myself, and it might work in well with my PT business. And yes, it did. So I've now completed several programs, and I'm probably in the best fitness I've been in well, maybe ever, actually, to be honest. And I have a much broader mindset of what fitness is and what can work and what to try. For example, I do yoga every week, which before, to me, stretching was just for old people. And I've done lots of different bits and pieces. So that's basically where it came in with me. It saved me from myself. It saved me from being stuck in a rut and not being a very happy mum, because for me, workouts are therapy. And when I wasn't doing them, and when I was too scared to get back into them, and I didn't know where to start, I was unhappy. So my kids had an unhappy mum, which is never cool. My husband had a hard time because I was an unhappy wife, and obviously he got the brunt of it. So that kind of comes into my why as well, is that now I wake up every day and I'm spending the first 2 hours of the day for me before I have my kids wake up. That's what works for me. So before my kids wake up, I spend time on me and they get a happy mum, but also I'm earning money again. So I'm a fiercely independent individual, but I also want to be at home with my kids. I want to be a stay-at-home mum, which isn't as interesting all the time as you think it's going to be. And but also it definitely doesn't pay well. And I don't like asking my husband for money. So it's nice to be earning money again, and to not just be earning for the essentials, but to be earning for the non-essentials as well. I'm a big lover of fake eyelashes and gym gear. So it's nice to be earning for those things. The biggest part of my why is to create a stable future for my family, one where my husband doesn't have to work away half the year, and one where we never have to say no to a holiday or a new house or a new car, or all the nice things. So, but it isn't just a financial thing, it's also waking up in the morning and being the best version of me, so I'm then the best version of myself for my family. And my business, I started it as a business. So yes, I wanted to work on me and I had to get back to fitness and health myself. But I also wanted to expand my PT business and my fitness business. I wanted to offer my clients more, like nutrition programs, which yes, I could have nutritionally advised them, but I wanted to give them more than that. I wanted them to learn why they're eating what they're eating and understand why they're eating what they're eating. So I wanted the nutritional programs to tie in with my PT business. I wanted the mums that I work with to feel comfortable working out in between our sessions and not just coming to me once a week, but then not doing anything in between because they were bored of doing the same plan, or they didn't want to go to the gym, or they wanted something that motivated them at home. And this ticked all those boxes. I had the nutritional plans to offer them. We have the virtual gym. We have the consistency of them working out in between their sessions, and they're getting better results for it. I could also help a lot more people. I have over 100 ladies in my online community. There's no way I could work with 100 ladies every week face to face. It would be virtually impossible, even if I was full time. So in regards to that, I'm able to help more people from further afield, and I'm able to help the people that I can see here to gain more from their journeys. And I'm also now able to help other people start their own businesses, which again is really important to me because I've seen how much it's enhanced my life and my business. And I want other people to have the same thing, whether they're a PT, they're a fitness instructor, or a fitness enthusiast. So I'm going to stop now. That's not bad. That was 8 minutes. But I'm going to pass you over to Juliet so she can speak a little bit about her business and her why. Thank you.
Very much. Thanks, Shona. And thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate you taking time out. I know it's not easy, but we're going to try and keep it quite short, 30 or 40 minutes. So what Shona was saying was really interesting. I mean, I know Shona really well, but I've never heard quite all of what you've just said. And there's a couple of similarities there between us, but mostly what the similarity we have is just that we're passionate about this business. Shona's life is quite different from mine. She's got 3 children, works as a PT. I got into this as I was a stay-at-home mum to an almost 2-year-old, quietly going insane because, like you said, there is, being a stay-at-home mum is not as exciting as maybe I thought it was going to be, and yeah, there's definitely no money in it. And as much as I have a fantastic husband who's super supportive, when you want to book something, like there were all these things that I wanted to do that weren't really his cup of tea, so I didn't feel like I had enough power to actually argue the point and say, no, we will spend X amount of money and we will go to these places you don't want to do, that you don't want to go to. And what's been really nice, I'm totally jumping ahead now, but what's been really nice is, since earning a decent amount of money with this business, I'm now empowered to book the weekends away and to book the week wherever I want to go, and he'll just have to come along. So yeah, so definitely that's one of the perks. But I got into it as a customer. I was looking for something that would work around having no childcare, and I was very much still am actually, an all or nothing sort of person. So if I didn't work out on a Monday, that would be it. I would be like blown for the rest of the week. I wouldn't do anything. And like Shona said, like I would eat rubbish for the rest of the week as well. If I missed my workouts, you know, that was just dire. I'd lost a couple of stone already doing Slimming World, but I'd never managed to get like the last stone or so off. I'd done it before in the past, but it'd all come back on again, and I'd never been able to get to where I wanted to be and maintain it. So I found Beachbody. I was on holiday with my husband and my son, and Nick was at the gym. I was looking after our son while he napped. And I was on Facebook and I found an advert for Beachbody On Demand. And I was like, do you know, this could work. It looked really interesting. So I signed up as a customer there and then. And within a matter of weeks had like fallen in love with the system. It just ticked all the boxes. I wasn't doing the nutrition plan to start with, but I loved the workouts and I loved the community. And my upline is actually in Canada. So the community wasn't that brilliant, but there was some support there that made all the difference. And literally within about 2 or 3 months of being a customer and like loving it and like telling anyone who would listen, which was like nobody, because my sisters weren't interested, how things change. Within a few months, the opportunity to become a coach opened in the UK. And I was like, I went to the launch meeting in London and like literally signed up that weekend. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I knew that I loved this system. And if I loved it and had got great results with it, I knew that I would be able to share it with other women and make them feel as good as it made me feel. And for me, you know, we all come into this with a different idea of what our goals are. For me, it was very much about like, I'm just going to say it, like, exercise stops me from losing my shit all the time, because if I don't exercise, I'm an absolute horror. Like my husband would tell you, like if he was standing behind me, he would be like, yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to lose a bit of weight, but really I just wanted to feel good and, you know, get those happy hormones pumping and like feel in control of my day. So that's very much what it gave me. And I knew that we would be able to share this with, like, let's share it with the world. It's a freaking awesome system. Like Shona and I are both super passionate about this. And like anyone who knows me, like I kind of can't, I'm going to try and stop talking, but like I can't stop smiling when I talk about this stuff, because I think it's amazing how it empowers women, and that's what it's all about. So I started coaching 3.5 years ago, didn't have a clue what I was doing, didn't really have any upline because, like I say, mine was in Canada. But through the network that is Beachbody in the UK, I mean, it's global, but in the UK, we have this amazing team of UK coaches. And when there's no pandemic, we have quarterly catch-ups. And I would usually go to the London ones. And through that, I met a number of the coaches that are now in my wider team. And then subsequently, like I travelled we do an annual thing called Summit. It's in America. I went to Summit a couple of years ago. Sadly, it's been cancelled these past 2 years, but went with some of our team, and it just made me realise what an awesome community we have. Shona and I met on, I'm gonna like say a tiny bit and then throw it back to Shona. Shona and I met through a rewards trip that the UK won for the top 50 coaches. Aileen, who's on here, was there as well. And, you know, it's amazing the community we have, but I'm not going to talk any more about community because I'm meant to be saving that for later. And I think I probably missed all the things I was going to talk about, but yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I bet that was way more than 8 minutes. I daren't look. Shona.
No, it was shorter than me.
Oh, good.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what is coaching. I've got some notes because I'm really not, my brain forgets everything. So if I keep looking down, that's just me looking at my notes so that I don't waffle too much. So what is coaching? In a nutshell, we influence and inspire others to join us on our journeys and take part in some of the most amazing programs to get on top of their nutrition and be part of a community that holds them accountable and keeps them consistent. We use a BOD group, which is an accountability group where everybody logs their daily workouts to keep people consistent, because they know if they don't log their workout, their coach is going to be messaging them and saying, right, what's going on? I need to help you. What can I do to support you? Plus, so many people don't want to be the person that's fallen behind and not logging their workout. It's just the way we are as humans. We don't want to be the person that's not turning up. We show up on social media, we show up to our friends, we show up to our family and show them our amazing results and show them how much fun we're having, and it makes them want to join us because it's amazing. So that is a little bit about what coaching is. Day in the life of a coach kind of really varies. Okay, so I will give you a little bit of an example of my day in the life of a coach, but really what it comes down to is your coaching business fits in around you. So it's however your day pans out and however your life is how you fit your coaching around it. For me, I get up, I meditate, and I do my gratitude because I do a lot of I work with a push coach, which tells you to put yourself first. I then do a bit of work for about half an hour. I then energize and do my workout because I need my workout before my kids wake up. I then tend to work in pockets. So I try and do about half an hour in the morning. Then from 1 till 2, I try and jump on the power hour. I grab about half an hour in the afternoon and then about half an hour after my kids go to bed. And as long as I'm working with intention and not faffing around, that's all the time I need to work my coaching business. Some coaches can sit and work for a few hours because their kids are at school and it's their full-time hustle. A lot of coaches work full-time and work it in the morning, their lunch break, do their connecting on the toilet, different bits and pieces. So it's however it works in for you. What you've got to remember is that it's such a flexible business that you just need to find where you can work it and then make sure that you plan that into your day, you schedule it in, and that's where you work it. And yes, life happens and sometimes things have got to change, but it's completely flexible around you because some of us have kids, some of us don't, some of us have other jobs, some of us don't. So it's just finding the way that it works in for you. We have all the tools provided from corporate. So we have a business activity tracker. So basically a daily activity tracker, which is a tick box checklist where it talks about the vital behaviours and what you should be doing every day, and you tick them off. So you're not just left to sink or swim with what do I talk about all day, what do I need to put in my stories, what should I post about. You've got this guide. Like, we all like a checklist, let's be honest, in some form. So you've got this guide to help you get through that. Obviously, you get like training from the coach that you sign up with on how to tackle your business activity tracker and how to help organize your business. You've got team support. So we do weekly team calls, and we've got a team page where you can ask questions and where you can get advice and where you can do power hours or power half hours, so you can all work together. You're not left to sink or swim by yourself. We get a lot of corporate training, which includes our national wake up call, our UK masterclass. There are files and files of training that you can do over the line. I'm still 2 years down the line working my way through this stuff, but you can find the right thing that suits your business at that time to help move you forward. And your coach helps to support you with that as well. And to be honest, once you start a program and start falling in love with the program, what to share and what to talk about becomes quite natural, because you can't wait to start shouting about how much you love your program and why people should join you. And I think, oh yeah, and we obviously get so many tools from Beachbody, including our website and our back office and bits and pieces that I don't really need to go into, but you get tools for social media and tools for launches and tools for product and all that kind of thing. So your whole package is coming in from as little, obviously you've got your initial sign-up fee, but your whole package is coming in from as little as $15.95 a month. So that's your business fee for your website and all that kind of thing. So absolutely incredible price for that. And then obviously your products and stuff would be an extra payment depending on what you want. But then you're starting to earn as well. So you know, one of the main goals that I had was to make sure that I was earning enough to cover my product that I wanted to use every month, was one of my first goals. Which brings me on to weekly payday. We do get paid weekly. So you sign up, you've got your initial sign up fee, but you can very quickly get that back into your bank account, you know. You can get some people to join you and get your first payment really quickly. Obviously, it's not all about the money, but let's be honest, like, we do all want to earn money. So our weekly payday is an amazing thing to have, especially if it's an extra income and you're wanting to start putting it away for bits and pieces. And then obviously there's the rewards as well, but I'm going to let Juliet speak about that. So I will be quiet now.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, do you know, before I jumped on here, I thought I was talking about rewards. So thanks, Shona. Sorry, I'm doing community as well, but you know, okay. But I had, one of the things I wanted to say was, like, Shona touched on goals there. So I think when we come into this, we have an idea of what, you know, what we want to earn. And you probably, if you're thinking about becoming a coach, you probably haven't actually got a clue what the possibilities are. And basically the possibilities are whatever you want. Like, when I came into this business, I just wanted to be able to pay to have my nails done every 3 weeks. And then it became like, I want to be able to have that and pay to have my hair done every, I don't know how many weeks I had it done back in the day, every 10 weeks. And, you know, and then it became like, I want to pay for the weekly shopping and I want to pay to put petrol in the car. So whatever if you're thinking about it now, like, do think about it. Think, what would it, two different scenarios. What would you like if you signed up next week, today, you know, whenever it is, what would you like to earn in your, maybe like in your first month? Would you like to cover your Shakeology? Would you like to cover back your initial payment if you're starting with a challenge pack? And then, you know, what might you want to achieve in 3 months or a year? So our goals will always be changing. Like I touched on earlier, you know, like, I'm now able to pay for like family trips, and like I'm just going to brag now, because I'm super excited about this. I'm going to the spa on Thursday for 4 whole days on my own. I can't wait. And in the past, I always used to get this would be a birthday present from my husband. Like, every Christmas and every birthday, my husband would be like, well, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, well, you don't need to ask. I just want to go to Champneys for a couple of nights. And now I'm able to do that for myself, and in fact go for 3 nights. Which leads me really nicely on to talking about our community, because I'm going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, coming home Sunday. But one of the things we've got on Sundays, we've got a team meeting in Leighton Buzzard. I don't even know where Leighton Buzzard is, but I'm going to leave the spa early and go and meet the girls. Some of the girls are on the, yeah. I'm guessing Alina and Aileen will probably be there. It's a bit far for Shona to come down. You know, so that's how cool our community is, that it makes me want to leave the spa at I think I have to leave about 8 o'clock in the morning to go and see these girls, because, you know, we haven't seen each other properly. Yeah, we've been doing this every week, or some of us have chatted every day, but our community is everything. So we have our community with our clients, like Shona talked about, the bod groups, and I run a Facebook group, and we have this amazing community. The community is everything, but the community for coaching is another everything. It's like, I can't wait to see those girls. So normally in a pre-pandemic situation, we'd have quarterly catch-ups, which are organised by corporate, and they are like, I would go to the London one usually. And then we have, I mentioned, annual summit. So that's always been in the States, but you never know. One day maybe it might be somewhere else. We'll have to grow a bigger network, I think, in the UK for that one though. And then we, Shona and Aileen, we met in Marbella on a rewards trip. We should have been last year. We should have been in, God, I'm getting my years confused, but can't remember where it was last year. It didn't happen. This year we were meant to be in Mexico on a rewards trip. It didn't happen. But next year we will be in the Dominican Republic. This pandemic has just got to go now, because like we're overdue this one. So these are all trips that you can earn through just helping people get started on their businesses, on their not their businesses even, on their own personal journey as customers. It's nothing to do with actually businesses. You don't have to sign people up to earn these things as coaches or anything. So we have these amazing, like, all expenses trips that we get. We also have, like, Shona has got her jumper on. I've got a different jumper on that we get. The corporate give us loads of freebies. Like, just for literally signing up 3 people a month, you get a reward. And they start at like vests and jumpers, and oh mate, we've got some great ones, and we've got some not great ones. We've got some caps. Actually, Shona has had a really, like, a Theragun. Is it a Theragun? Is that how you say it?
Had a Theragun, which is very useful. I've also had a Bali bar, a rose gold Bali bar, which hasn't been so useful. It's just hung on the wall, I'm not going to lie. But hopefully I'll get to use it at some point. Oh, and some AirPods.
And then so Shona and I were on we do this thing called Team Cup. So again, it comes back to, you know, working together as a team. We have our own businesses, but we're never on our own. We are very much a team. So Shona and I were on the winning Team Cup team this February, and Shona's wearing one of the prizes that we got was the jumper. We got I can't see it. We got a Fitbit as well this year, didn't we? So they're really super generous. Lost my track there, but yeah, all the prizes, all the community, all the support. What did I forget about? I feel like I definitely forgot about something there, Shona.
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, you know, basically, did we say you earned 25%? Did we say that?
No.
Yeah, so we earn 25% of anything that our clients purchase. We get paid weekly. There's lots of different bonus schemes. We get all the prizes, and we get to have some great trips when there's no pandemic going on. And we love what we do. I think that kind of sums it up. Unless I've forgotten something.
You make some great friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just coaches that sign up, but also, like, I've made some great friends, mum friends locally, that signed up to do fitness with me. And because we're so like-minded, because they love fitness as well, I have people I can hang out with for play dates, which is good because I've only lived here 3 years. So that's good.
Yeah, actually, one of the things I was thinking about before we came on this call is, so now that we're just coming out of lockdown, we're planning, like, personally for my customers, I'm trying to plan, I don't know how we do this because there's going to be too many people, but like a local to where most of my customers are in Sussex.